My name is Michael Tellinger, and I'm in Sarajevo in Bosnia. I'm visiting Samos Maragic to experience the Bosnian pyramid and the amazing labyrinth of underground tunnels that he's discovered. And I'm amazed at what I'm finding here, because much of the work that Sam has been doing here for the last 9 years or so is very similar to the work I've been doing in South Africa. I'm an author and a researcher and a scientist that's looking at the origins of humankind, and I live in South Africa, and I've discovered what seems to be a very large ancient civilization, a vanished civilization, that consists of more than 10 million stone structures that lie scattered throughout Southern Africa, and that are all energy generating devices. It's a complex system that keeps exposing new surprises almost on a daily and a weekly basis, and it is really taking us back very, very far back in time, probably around 300,000 years, maybe even more, to the very early beginnings of humanity and the presence of human beings as we know us today on planet Earth. There's also a very strong connection between what the Sumerian texts call the Anunnaki, or the Anunna gods, and their activity on Earth. And what I've found is that there's a very strong evidence of that this ancient civilization in Southern Africa was mining gold. We're dealing with a huge gold mining operation of hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of gold mines, and that they used sound as a source of energy for all their activity. And it gets even more fascinating as you start looking into it. So my research is into ancient civilizations, and also the most exciting aspect of it right now is providing physical evidence of advanced technology from ancient times. The fact that we've measured these stone circles and these stone ruins to be energy generating devices, some of them resembling magnetrons that would generate very, very high energy, and so much so that we can't even imagine it today, actually. And other tools and artifacts that I've been collecting that have shown to be very powerful energy generating devices, like torus-shaped stones that are toroid vortex field generators, and so forth. And that led me into realizing that we need to learn something from these ancient civilizations, and my conclusion has taken about 10 years to develop a philosophy which I call contributionism. And ancient African people call it Ubuntu, and it really is an ancient philosophy that describes human beings living in harmony in their communities, harmony with each other, in harmony with planet Earth, and living in abundance rather than in scarcity, living in cooperation rather than competition, and providing abundance on a planet of abundance to all the people that live in peace, unity and harmony. And this is really what I'm working on now, learning from the ancient civilizations and trying to apply this ancient knowledge and wisdom into a modern society which I call contributionism, a world without money and a world of abundance. And this is the most exciting work, or part of my work right now, because this Ubuntu contributionism philosophy is just exploding around the world. Most of the people around the world are very unhappy with their lives. They're missing something. They know that something is not quite right. And it seems that when they tap into this ancient knowledge and contributionist ideas and philosophy, moving away from money, moving away from greed, moving away from corporate structure, moving away from the pyramidal hierarchical structures of enslavement of humanity, the moment people find this information, it's like they found the meaning of life. And this is why it's such an exciting time in our history right now, because we are rediscovering a way forward that seems to have been already existing on planet Earth a long time ago, but that we were steered away from. And I'm very excited about this because it really provides humanity with a very simple solution to all the problems that we face. We face millions and millions of problems in the world today, and by simply removing money from the system, all our troubles disappear, and we turn this horrible planet and of this place of slavery that we find ourselves in. Each and every one of us is equally enslaved. We just don't necessarily always realize it. The moment we remove money from the system, we open the doors to living in a utopian world, and utopia is good. Utopian world where everybody can really live a beautiful life, utilizing their God-given talents, the talents that they're born with, and contributing their God-given talents towards the benefit of everybody else in their community and in the full global society. And that's pretty much the work that I've been doing. Well, my experience since arriving in Bosnia, Sarajevo and this area, and the people that I've spoken to from Croatia and from Slovenia has been an incredible experience. Beautiful people, it seems to me that there's a very high level of consciousness among the people of this part of the world, and that there's a very ancient history here that's encoded in the people's DNA. And they seem to be really on a leading edge of looking for solutions. And after being here for about 4 or 5 days now and seeing a large part of the country, I have no doubt that this is paradise on earth. This could be turned into paradise on earth so quickly and so easily by simply implementing some of the simple philosophies that I've been working on for the last 10 years, what I call contributionism. I believe that these countries are absolutely perfect and ready because they're relatively small population. It's much easier to get the message out to the people and unite the people. It's a lot easier to unite the 4 million people than to unite 300 million people. So I think that Bosnia, Croatia, Slovenia and all the other countries in the old Yugoslavia, if you want to call it that, all these countries are perfect examples of what could be shining examples to the rest of the world of uniting the people, moving away from the money system and creating heaven on earth, paradise on earth. You already live in paradise. Now let's turn this beautiful country into a paradise for people as well, not just for the nature that you find around yourselves. For people that are interested in paradise on earth and helping your country and helping humanity out of this slavery system that we're all trapped in, I'd like to suggest that go onto the Ubuntu website, learn a little bit about us, or get the Ubuntu book, which is, by the way, my book called Ubuntu Contributionism is available in Croatian, in the Croatian language. So get a copy of Ubuntu Contributionism, A Blueprint for Human Prosperity, read it, learn about it, internalize it, and tell everybody, tell your friends, so you can become the seed of consciousness. You can become the messenger of hope and prosperity for the people in your community. And this is how we can spread this information really quickly. Then start an Ubuntu page in your town or in your city or in your village where you live, and start attracting other people to your Facebook page, and bring together people that are thinking the same way, and you'll see how quickly this community grows. And very quickly we can really start uniting the whole world through this very simple philosophy of unity consciousness that crosses all the borders, that crosses all the political fronts, and see how quickly we, the people of higher consciousness, can take control of this planet in a way that we never could have imagined.